Well, hey there, everybody. We're live and in living color. In the market this morning, it's about 9:47. We're a little later than we would normally be, but here we are. Nonetheless, here we are. Okay, let's see what we got going this morning. Give a chance for all the platforms to make sure that I get into the window. Tell the people. I gotta tell the people that we're here. Tell the people that we're here. 58:45, working on the numbers. 58:59, making sure we got all the numbers that we can share for this week. Tell me how your trading went yesterday, and tell me in the comments how the trading is going. I see some comments up there already. Morning, Arlissa. Good morning, Ward. How are you? Hey, Janae. Hey, Raymond. How y'all doing? Hey, hey, hey. Hey, if you made some money in the market yesterday, do share. I want you to share with us what went on yesterday. IWM decided it was going to get up and running yesterday. My credit spread 58.64. My credit spread was, fine. This is one of the things that a seller has to contend with, right? That you got a trade. It's not where you want it to be yet. Excuse me, but you're waiting to see whether it will do what it's going to do, because really you need it to do what it's going to do by expiration. It doesn't have to act like it's supposed to act all day long. You're looking for it to act right by expiration. So then you wait and wait and you see, well, is it going to do what I need it to do? And then end of the day comes, it's still not quite doing what you need it to do. And then you've got to manage. Yeah. So then my IWM, I did close my triple Q call credit spread based on my trading plan, which is to have like a stop loss of about 1.5. And when that's automated, it all works out great. When it's not automated, then you got to fight with yourself. So the way you help yourself with that is you make it automated. That way you don't have to fight with yourself, right? That way you don't got to fight with yourself. I'm trying to fix these numbers and I'm trying to think and talk and do all this at the same time. And I've got a powerful brain, but sometimes, the brain is not processing numbers and all the other stuff. I always try to tell my students that too. When they're doing on their phones and everything else is going on, I'm like, well, the brain doesn't quite work like that. 57.64, comma 74, comma 93. There we go. See if we can get all that in there. That should be a 3, not a 4. All right. Let's see what, I guess I can put it onto the screen so you can see the chart that we're looking at least. Share the screen. I think screen 3 is the one we're looking at, or we want to be looking at least. Yep. That's the one. Janae said she was able to do 0 DTE SPX yesterday. Woo woo, got a little bag. AV go. Good move there. Raymond said SPX just following the cheat sheet and the rules. So Raymond is talking about the SPX playbook. SPX playbook is what we have as a strategy to can use how you can use SPX and 0 DTEs to trade and pull yourself a little bag off of the market every single day. And I put the comment in the chat. I think I did. Let me push go. Oh, you know what I didn't do yet? Let me go invite the Instagram people into the conversation. Need to go invite them into the conversation. Y'all can see SPX over there on the right. XSP 86, I believe, and as low as 576. Yep, looks like that's what we got there. All right. SPX is on the right. Copy. I'm still working on the Adams numbers to make sure we have those so I can share them with you. Okay, let me move this. Y'all see Wolf Speed is closing that gap. They had a gap up this morning based on they received $750 million or something like that. So they had a gap up this morning as a result of that. And now it's coming back down and closing the gap, which is fine with me. Good morning, Jamie. How are you?
I'm better now.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
750 million.
Yeah, I want to say it was 750 million. Let me look again at the post I saw on Twitter. Um, but I want to say it was 750 million they received. Let me go make sure that I'm calling out accurate numbers,
This be sounding like they getting some welfare checks, don't it?
don't it? They secured 750 million in new private funding. As U.S. Department of Commerce also proposes 750 million dollars, 750 million dollars more chips and Science Act funding. So Wolf got a little upgrade. They jumped 24% this morning in the pre-market, but y'all already know how people will turn on you. Oh, we jumped. It's a $13, $14 stock. It ain't like it jumped from $12 yesterday to $16 this morning. So everybody who was holding that bag decided we're gonna bring it back right on back down and then we'll, buy some more. That's how that goes. So that's Wolf here on the left. That's what you're looking at here is Wolf on the left, and SPX is on the right. And the reason I've got Wolf on my chart is because I'm riding the gap. Yes. Okay.
How
Jamie, go
so?
ahead and take over. What do you mean how so? I entered a put when it turned back using my strat numbers. I use my strat combos. This was a one candle in the middle. I'm not sure if I made it too small now, maybe. But that one candle in the middle, there we go. This one candle right here. Once we got a 2-1-2 reversal, once this surpassed the bottom of that candle, it was a downward ride. We'll see. We've got to see how much gap there is to fill. I don't see my little thing that gives, oh, there it is. That tells me how much room I got on the gap fill. Means it's closed here and it opened there. So this is the amount of gap that is left to fill.
Got it.
Got to be mindful of your um, quartiles. That way, when you come down maybe into the golden pocket area.
All
Okay.
right, we're doing quartiles, people. Quartiles.
Yeah, on the gaps, you got to do the quartiles.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Make
Alrighty.
sure y'all
So,
quartiling.
yes, look at the right is SPX. You got yourself ready to take over the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Don't look like it. I don't see it up here. Welcome, Jamie, to the stage.
Mm-hmm. Greetings and salutations, people. We are right now looking at did you already look at MSNBC stuff?
No, I didn't look at anything.
Okay. So this is SPX. The 15-minute, it didn't actually gap up that all that much this morning.
Mm-mm. And then
Just
it
a
failed when it
little
did gap up.
tiny bit of a gap up right here, but not as much as we would normally be used to seeing. And I'm looking at this on the 15-minute chart, but I will mark this gap here since it is doing something. Um, let's make that happen. So it has not broken out yet. SPX has not broken out yet. Um, because there has not been much movement, then that tells me that The market is rather, at least S&P 500 is probably going to be rather flat for this open. So let's go and check out what MSNBC got to say. All right. We got the Dow Jones being down 0.64%. S&P is up 0.05%, as well as the NASDAQ up 0.28%. The Russell 2K is down 0.20%. The VIX itself is down 1.07%. Europe was mostly down, with DAX being the only one that was up 0.28%. Asia was mixed, with ASX being up 0.79% and the Nikkei being up 0.77%. That is all for that. For our earnings this morning, yesterday we were talking about the banks that were going to be stepping in. We got some heavy hitters. And to be honest with you, some of these are also dividend payers, by the way. Walgreens Boot Alliance is in this mix. UNH, this is
They pay
before open.
dividends? Walmart Boots pays dividends?
Walgreens Boot Alliance, I believe they do.
Okay.
I'll be more surprised if they don't, but I thought for sure that they did.
Okay.
CD Bank of America, Johnson & Johnson, Progressive, Charles Schwab, Goldman Sachs, PNC, and State Street. That was before the open. So after close today, United, UAL, United Airlines, Interactive Brokers, JB Hunt, SGH, Pinnacle, Hancock Whitney, Interpac Tool Group, Equity Bank Shares, Omnicom Group, and Fulton Financial Corporation. Who I'm looking for is tomorrow before the open, which is ASML. Again, they make the equipment to make the semiconductors. Morgan Stanley, Abbott Bank, U.S. Bancorp, U.S. Bank, Citizens Financial, First Horizon National Corporation, Synchrony, First Community Corporation, Prologis, OFG Bancorp. That is tomorrow before the open. ASML has been making some noise. I would expect, if I'm looking at SOXL, the semiconductor ETF, I'll be watching that based on what happens with ASML. If not, Thursday before open, Taiwan Semiconductor is reporting. All right. So
Did you
between
see the
those,
stuff about there was some talk again about the exporting, something to do with American chips and that kind of thing, exporting American chips that they thought would have some negative impact to the news to the stocks this morning.
I didn't see what the latest was, but I do know that there has been tariffs um, that have been, put on the
Mhm.
semiconductors heading out. China is really trying to ramp up their own, uh, basically supply chain, so that they can mimic, use that term loosely, what they would normally get from America. They want to create on their own, which should be no surprise to no anybody.
Mhm.
That's just what they do.
It says
Um,
here the US weighs capping exports of AI chips from Nvidia and AMD to some countries. So that's going to on a country specific basis.
yeah, that's been in the works
Mhm.
for quite some time.
Mhm.
Um, but when Nvidia decided, at least the last, I would say, business quarter, let me say it that way, maybe even two business quarters ago, they had mentioned that they were looking at designing some chips specifically for China, so that China could still be one of their, could be one of their customers without there being any issues.
Mhm.
Now, whether or not the chip is going to be exactly what China wants is a totally different discussion. But it is to say that Nvidia was smart enough to Be like, well, wait a minute, player, we can still hook you up. He ain't got to let you go totally. Uh, Now the thing is, in that situation, also remember that if Nvidia makes that happen, and makes that design for China, who you think is more than likely to get that work? Taiwan
Mm,
Semiconductor.
mhm.
So it all go, and then of course, if Taiwan Semiconductor needs to get more machines, who they probably gonna order machines from? ASML. So,
There we
so
go. There we
all,
go.
all of them, all of them are interconnected in some way. I'm not saying that's the exact way it's gonna happen, but they are definitely connected in multiple ways, or at least
Yep.
potentially connected. For our Forex Factory calendar, we got the orange folder earlier was the Empire State Manufacturing Index. It was lower than forecast, or shall I say, negative impact the uh, to the economy. 11:30 FOMC member daily speaks. That's a yellow folder, and at 1 o'clock, FOMC member Kugler speaks. All right,
Kugler.
Kugler speaks. So one orange, two yellow folders. Right, we kind of getting off easy if you ask me, but then for ellersZone.com, I see the red book year over year, which it was neutral impact. That was 1 star. 2 stars for the New York Fed 1 year consumer inflation expectations for September. That'll be in 55 minutes. The 3 month and the 6 month bill auction is 1 star. That's coming up at 11:30 with member daily speaking, which is 2 stars over here. Right. So the consumer inflation expectations for New York Fed is 2 stars, and FOMC member daily speaking is 2 stars over here. Right. Kugler speaking is 1 star. We got the federal budget balance. That's 2 stars. That's at 2 o'clock. All right. Kugler is speaking at 105. I don't even know why they put the '05 on there, but and then FOMC member Bostic speaks at 7 p.m. That's 2 stars. We'll be out of the market at that time. So our money is safe and secure from alarm. Um, to mostly alarm at this point. So this again is SPX. It has not broken out. It is definitely tried. It has looks like it has come down to fill the gap that it created on this morning. So that has happened. All right. So it is still working its way through its emotions this morning.
Through
On the
its
other
emotion.
hand, Russell has taken off like a rocket in his Audi 5000.
G.
Yep. Um, this line right here is the weekly. This is the weekly, a weekly price point, a parity line. So I have that in there to let me know that if it hits this line, it could be a resistance area. But for right now, it has definitely broken out, and that's taken off. I know a lot of us look at SPY as well. Let's do it. SPY. Remember, SPY had that gap up that we was talking about, right? And then continued on up. And now, since it's at its highs, it looks like it may have found a seller level. Who knows? We can't predict the future, but
Predict the
um,
future.
It looks like it could be. This is why waiting for the third candle is important, because this could be leg in base and come down for a leg out, or it could be leg in base and go up for a leg out. It could be a cheer. The third one could be, cause this to be a cheer formation, or if it comes down, it could be that reverse V. So that is something to watch, sitting right there. But there is support right here for SPY, and seeing as though this so far today has not made too much movement, that is definitely something to watch. We'll see what Mancini says about his numbers, but as of right now, we are still up there by our highs. All right, were you going to say something?
I was singing along, but no. Mm-mm.
Singing along to what?
I was I was making a song to something you said. I don't even remember now.
Lord, okay. I didn't realize Triple Q and XOK are so similar. Yep, Triple Q is the Nasdaq and ETF, and XOK is the tech sector.
The tech
Basically,
sector.
SOXL is really a subset of XLK. Is another way of looking at it too. But all right, I didn't see. Was able to do 0 DTE SPX yesterday. Okay, congratulations. And broadcam. Let's see here. I'm gonna tell you, this looks like the first thing that I noticed is that this looks like a head and shoulders formation happening. This being the left shoulder, and this looks like it may be the right shoulder. I mean, the head right here. I will be watching this to see if it comes down here and then ends up going back up. But in the meantime, between time, there is a gap right here for Broadcom. That's there. I will be doing a concurrent spread myself to be on the safe side for this call a credit spread. Let's see what I call credit spread looking like. If
Are
you're
you
doing
looking at
expiration,
AV Go? Is that what you're on right now? AV Go?
AV go. Yep.
Okay.
At 79% out of the money. What is that? 184. 184. Let's rewind that to. All right, so 80% of the money. So one spread, 18 cents. Nice. $18, $19 on $100 collateral. 19% return on collateral. This is for Friday expiration. All right. So that is something to definitely take a peek at. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna take a peek at it and peek at it. This could be this could be seen as a cheer, I would imagine. Leg in, two in the base, leg out. If not a cheer, there's definitely something happening right here. At the very least, we know that it's reacting to these buyers. Um, but also, when you pull this up, Also note how this is creating that uptrend. So that is something to keep in mind as well. See what happens. I will be waiting to see if it hits this, if it reacts to it, etc., etc. But
etc.
that's what I will be looking at. I see a nice little channel happening right there. All right. You ready for Mancini?
I am. I'm is. Alrighty. Janae said, I'm wondering if it hits this low and will go back for a put credit spread since they had a high. It could. You definitely do your, support looking and make sure that you see where the support is and watch it. If it rejects off that support to see whether you can turn that into a put credit spread. Okay. So for Adam, after a monster rally from Thursday's textbook 5765 to 5790 bull flag breakout, which hit 58.45, then 58.59 targets. SPX is now back in the chop. Don't overtrade until the volume spikes. 58.43 to 45 to 58.64 is the chop in the mini zone. 58.64 just hit. Yeah, 58.64 just hit. 58.43 to 45 must hold in order to keep 57.64, 74.93 alive. I think those are supposed to be eights. Yeah, those should be 58, 64, 74, and 93 alive. And if it dips below 58.43, then we're going to go down to 58.28. These in here should be 58s. Y'all can't see my mouse. I know those should be 58s. They're not 57s. That's what happens when you're doing it and looking at talking on the call and trying to work the numbers. The difference between ES and SPX is 50 points. XSP has really would be 589 if we were to add it's up 589 call credit spread and 576 put credit spread. If you're looking for the 0 DTE according to Adam Mancini's numbers. If you're looking at his numbers, you definitely want to look at doing yourself like 50, the difference between those two being 50 points if you're watching him on Twitter, right? Okay, so the list for this week, we've got our put credit spreads. Apple above 222.5. I believe it's up there and on its way going on where it's going. I saw a tweet I think I put a tweet inside of our community about this morning. If I think it said something like if Apple can get above 220, let me see what I said. If Apple can get above 237, Apple above 237 can keep us going up to 250 according to the Elite Options Trader. Okay, so right now, y'all can't see my chart, I know, but it's at 235 and some change. And actually, it's done a turnaround this morning so far, which Apple kind of always does that. Anybody who trades Apple, anybody in here trade Apple regularly? Shabby, you remember that time we was trading? We was in that Apple trade, and we would get excited because it would pop in the morning, and then it would come right back into our zone. Apple seems to do that. Like each day, it seems to pop, and then it pulls back some. And of course, nothing's ever every day, but it seems to do that pretty steady. We've got DIA here, gold, cost, Home Depot, IWM above 217, IWM, McDonald's above 300, Triple Q above 484, SPY above 571. VU is here, 525. XLF, XLU, and XLY are all on here too. Do you think it drives Triple Q? I don't know if it drives. Janae says Apple drives Triple Q. I don't know if it drives it. I think it's a heavy piece of it, but Triple Q also includes Nvidia and some of those other Microsoft, those other heavy hitters. So it's not just driven by Apple, but it does. Apple is a major stake. Okay, so call credit spreads. We've got INTU or Intuit and Merck are here, and then Iron Condors, Pepsi, TJ Maxx, and TLT. I like that TJ Maxx trade. I'll look at it again maybe later today or tomorrow, but I like TJ Maxx as an iron condor. As an iron condor. Let me go. I'm going to switch to my chart. Maybe we can look at TJ Maxx, see what it's looking like though. TJ Maxx. Mm. TJ Maxx is over here to the right. It's got a little move going this morning. It gapped up, so kind of a gap and sit, and then now it's starting to move on up away from there. It does have the R2 or 3 pivot up here above it. Maybe that's the R5 because the R3 is actually here. 4 and 5, R5 pivot, which means it may hit that and be like, we good up here, we good. All right. Our TJ Maxx though. Mhm. Hold on, I'm gonna bring it to the screen so we can see what kind of monies we may be able to pull in off TJ Maxx on an iron condor for today, for this week, not today, for this week. Let's see if we look at the probability out of the money, we can get down into the 115, 116, one of those areas if you're comfortable. It's a plus minus 1.9. So take away 2 puts us at 115. That would be the safer place. And plus 2 puts us at 119 and some change, which is right. So 115, 119. Let's change ourselves over to verticals. 115 would pay $6. I'm not in love with that. 119 would pay $5. I'm definitely not in love with that. So at this point, TJ Maxx would not make the lista. No, I'm not. I don't. We need to make at least 10%. And if we barely gonna get our 10%, then I'm not interested. Nope. Um, Merck is in the bearish side for a call credit spread. Looks like a 71 is at 112 plus minus 1.9. 112 is about right. 112 or 113, depending on how safe and secure you want to be, as Jamie says. 112 pays $20 on Merck because Merck is a bearish trade. 113 is only paying $9. So if I was going with it, I'd go with the 112. Let's go look at the chart though to make sure that's not the right chart because it's going to show too much stuff. Merck, MRK. I said 112, I believe. Merck has a little bit of movement going on to the upside a little bit this morning, but we got this for the week. You would look at it for the week. All right, 112. Let me see if I can put it on a daily chart and we can see some resistance that maybe is there. That will give us reason to trust the 112. It's a little pinchy gap, but it's actually been filled there. Mm, the day and the week it's green, so I definitely would want to watch to make sure 112 was a good place. I'd look for some resistance, which actually is kind of in that zone right now. In the 110 area, it's right here at some resistance. See how it comes back out of here, how it responds to this zone that it's currently in before entering for 112 going upwards. Okay, that's how we do that. You want to make sure it's leaving the zone before you enter the trade, right? The numbers I give you, of course, I believe are good numbers, but you want to confirm them with your charting. Confirm them with what you're doing. And speaking of charting, right? I opened up chart and trade the other day. I opened it up Sunday evening on our Sunday call a couple days ago. I opened this program up for $1. Un dinero. I opened it for $1, right? And we've had people who joined it every single day since then. And in joining it, every time somebody joins, the price goes up by $1. The price goes up by $1 every time somebody joins it. Anybody want to guess what current price we're at? Anybody want to guess our current price?
$70.
That's a good guess.
Am I too high or too
Any other
low?
guesses? You're too high.
Oh
Only, but
wow.
not my lot.
All right.
Yep. You say so. This is the screen. The chart your way to 100K. It's also running at the bottom of the screen. Chart your way to 100K.com is the link. So you can go ahead and get next in line. This is a $497 value program. Actually, it's actually worth more than that because I'm putting two $497 programs together and make it one. Ward says we're around 60. He's closer, a little closer than you. Basically, if you're ready to close out this year strong, tired of things not going the way they should be going, and you know that foundations and fundamentals is something that you need, which most people do. Okay, just admit it to yourself that you're not strong in your fundamentals and let's go. Some people got strategies, but they jump around on strategies. Just let's just, accept that fact and move forward. Ray said 75. Actually, Ward is a little bit closer. We're going to basically master charting and option strategies in 6 weeks. We're starting on 11/11, right? The price goes up by $1 for every person who registers. So week one, we've got foundations. Week two, advanced charting. Week three, intro to option strategies. Week four, option seller strategies. Week five, we're combining the charts and technical analysis along with the strategies. And week six, we're talking about how do you scale that up and generate your consistent incomes, right? That's what we're really after. That's what we're all after. What's included? 6 weeks of lessons, weekly assignments, private trading community, and bonus resources. All right, current price, ding, 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 ding. Current price is $58. Ward was very close to the current price. Current price is $58 going, and it continues to climb. So if you're somebody who is saying like, I think I want to get in, but I'm gonna give it a minute, the more minutes you give it, the higher this price goes. Every time somebody else joins, the price goes up, right? So if you thinking you really want to be ready and you want to be with us on 11/11, I strongly suggest you go ahead and pay your 58, 59, 60, because of course the longer you wait, then that's going to keep going up too. But you want to go ahead and get yourself locked in so you can be included. You want to be included. I don't want anybody to be left behind. I don't want anybody to be left out. If you're already in my community and you're already registered, pass pass the word to someone else. There's people, all of us know trading people. All of us are in communities where trading people are just beginning and they're struggling and they're trying to learn and understand. Pass the word, right, to somebody who is still learning. And we know there are people who just need to hone in on the fundamentals, hone in on some strategies that they can repeat each day and learn those the strategies that are semi passive and don't necessarily require a whole bunch of watching all day long, which our strategies are that way. They don't require all that watching. Alrighty. 50 plus people. That's yeah, there's at least 58 people in there, but some people got it at the same price. People who were registering at the same time got it at the same price. So there's actually more than 58 people. People was blessed on that Sunday night. Ward is with us. He got in for $1. Ward was the first person who pushed a button. Ping ping. And if you're listening and you already got in, you should check your email because I sent some emails out yesterday. I sent an email out yesterday. Jamie, did you have anything else you wanted to share?
Nope. It's all you, ma'am.
All finito. All righty, then let's wrap it up. Wrap it up. Okay. Our trader's declaration. I declare I'm a great trader. I declare I'm a successful trader. I declare I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My accounts growing more and more each week. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I always make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. I declare I'm a level headed trader who does not trade my emotions. Our prayer, Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. You teach our hands to war war and our fingers to fight. Help us today to trade wisely and strategically. Give us more than enough so we can have what we need and enough to be a blessing to others. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. All right. There we are with that. Ward says, I'm honored. I'm glad to have you here, Ward. You're here every day faithfully. I appreciate that. Okay, everybody. Well, I want you to go on into the market, make it do what it do, baby. Jamie says he's here to get us paid. That's what he always says he's here to do. And he does a pretty good job of that. At least he tries to keep me on track. I'm not the easiest to manage, as y'all can tell. I'm not one who's easily handled. But Jamie impatiently handles me because he don't always be patient, just so y'all know. Not always. Hmm. Alrighty.
Go,
I want y'all to
go, go in this live right now. Just go end it. Just go end it right now. Just go ahead and hit the end button, Jesus.
Ooh,
Lord,
ooh.
hit the end button.
Okay, well, how about we do this? How about we stay green and we get this money? All right. Everybody have a great green day. I will see you
See y'all
in
tomorrow.
the market. Bye, Jamie. Bye, everyone.
See you later.
All righty, end the stream. There we go. Takes a minute to